What we have here is The Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce. Now, listen, I don't get James Joyce. I mean, I get what he's trying to do here. I get it. The young man that's fed up with society, that just wants to break free and be himself and use his mind and his talents for his benefit. And that's the best that you can do in life if you have talent, of course. But James Joyce is one of those writers that you know I'm just shaking my head. It's like, I don't know. Obviously he has a, what do you call it, his a stylist or whatever, right? It's very difficult to say, just what makes him so not inspiring, but intriguing to readers. I don't get it. I don't get it. I've read Ulysses. I've read the Dubliners, which was wow. Is this it? But anyway, this is not about Dubliners. Um, I don't get this. This. Why is he held up so high on such a high pedestal? Okay, This is not one of those quintessential novels that will haunt, let's just say for this video as an example, young artists. If I were a young artist and would read this after putting it down, I wouldn't say, gee, yeah, this book opened my eyes, because it didn't. It's like, I get it. By the end, the young artist begins his actual life of being an artist and being a thinker, and that's great. That's great. Everybody should embark on such a journey. But at the same time, the book, I mean, to me, it's not inspiring. It's not influential. It's just, at some places, it's a drag. It's like, I get it. Poor Dedalus. You know, society is annoying to him. And of course it is, because he's a young artist. He uses his brain, and art and the uh, bureaucratic side of society, they just don't mix together. And the best thing you can do is just move along on your pace, and just do whatever you want to elevate your art, whatever. Don't pursue your artistic or whatever tendencies alongside with society. Don't consider what society might like. Just do what is spontaneous, what inspires you. That's what I think. That's the definition of an artist. An artist shouldn't pander to society or to groups or influential cliques, if you want. And there are good parts in here. It's not a bad book, but it's not something that not only does not inspire me, did not inspire me as a young artist, but even as a more older reader. I'm just like, all right, whatever, I get it. Jesus. It's like, it's not that interesting. It's not even that artistic of a book to me. It doesn't strike me as fundamentally artistic in any way, in the style, in the prose, in the writing, in the characters. It's like whatever. Yeah, sure, bro. Sure, whatever. Do whatever you want. It's like the worst thing you can do, I think, is not only as an artist but as a person in general, is just keep on complaining. Right? You can't do this because of that. Society won't let you. You don't have the money. You don't have the time. Just shut your mouth and do whatever you want to do. Whether it's pursuing art or whatever it may be, there is no excuse. You are not allowed to complain and bitch and moan. You just have to do it. And whether you succeed, maybe you will end up poor. That's fine. Just, I think the how to define a worthwhile life is if you had a couple of moments of sheer bliss, and I mean pure happiness, whatever it is. And usually I found this in writing. Writing is a joy for me, and sometimes even reading, maybe listening to music, maybe enjoying a little bit of wine, maybe having a nice cigar too. All of these things combined can make life bearable, even a delight sometimes. And it's like, this is the classic saga, the classic tale of the artist that is misunderstood, that is limited by his surroundings, which is, of course, a backwards society with the mindset that is still in the trenches of taboos and type of thinking that is obsolete. You just cannot trust society for advice or anything else. You just gotta be yourself and pursue your arts alone, because that's one of the hallmarks of being an artist. You cannot just latch on to or rely or be dependent on anything else but your instincts, your gut feelings. That's where the essence is. If you rely on those things that are outside of yourself, your art might be influenced in the wrong way. It might turn out to be, you might almost appear to be a sellout in a way. Just look around, put it down on paper, and you're Gucci, bro. You're Gucci. And that's the portrait of the young man as an artist. It could have been much better. The only way I would recommend this is for young writers. Just understand the message that's here. That sometimes you just, whatever your precious darlings are, they might not be good for you, and you have to leave them behind and go your own way. Okay. Sometimes your upbringing, your immediate acquaintances and colleagues and friends and family, they might be baggage. Your traditions, your customs, your history, they might be unnecessary baggage, and sometimes you just gotta toss them aside. Leave them behind, and you have to just disappear to somewhere else. And of course, this is another example of an overhyped book to me that should be read solely because if you read this book, you understand that it could have been much better, especially in the writing department. It's like, for the most part, this was dull to me, right? It was dull to me. It didn't inspire me. It didn't catch my attention. It didn't almost forced me to start writing. But anyway, that's about it. That's James Joyce.